just a catch-up thing. You never told me that you're the Fae Prince.
Fair enough. Okay.
And you kind of left me hanging after you told me about it, so...
Yeah, stuff happened.
Yeah. And if we get on topic of other shit, then... you know, I'll ask how other realms are going and the shit that you guys have asked us to do before, so...
Yeah. Okay.
I don't need to know about time magic.
No. Here, I'll let you.
Much it.
I'll let you get into position, and then I can start.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Cards up in 3, 2, 1. I like this place. Hello.
Yo. Oh. Huh. You look awfully different.
Yeah. When
So does
I
your soul.
when I mention that a lot has happened, a lot has happened.
Yeah, I can see and feel, which is weird, but either way. Come, sit down.
Before anything, how are you doing? It's been a while.
Doing well. Just been exploring, and my body has changed once again, either to springtime or the yassification of many different factors of this realm, but...
Fair enough.
Well,
it is spring,
seems
so...
like you got yassified too.
I guess that's the way to put it. Yeah, it's definitely it's been an adjustment, so...
Oh, I bet.
A lot of this has been a bit of an adjustment. Yeah, so... Ooh, where to start? Well... The original plan didn't happen because of various factors that had come up and such. You know, my deadline came up. And I was, still required to do what I needed to do. It's just, the end result would have involved me basically dying. At least that's what I thought. Turns out, Hollow had different plans. And he didn't tell me. So, what happened was...
Yeah, he didn't tell me either. Whenever all of the Fae did their jig. God, I hated that, but...
Oh, yeah. That was
hell.
Yeah, oh god, No offense, I'm kind of glad this didn't happen till after Halloween, because that would have been a problem. But... Anyways, so what happened was, he took me into the Feywilds, we went and met up with, Fae King. And...
Oberon.
Yes, Oberon. And... explained the situation, said that, they were there to help rid Titania of their corruption, and that they were going to use me to do it.
Right. Huh.
So we managed to get him to open the door to where they were sealed, as well as he also provided a blessing onto me to, make sure I didn't immediately die.
Yeah, that would have been bad. But I mean, from what I hear, you did die?
Yes.
At least a little bit. Or fully.
So what happened was Oberon helped restrain Titania, Hollow being at his strongest since it was the midnight of Hallows Eve. He used his magic or abilities and whatnot to take the corruption from Titania and put it into me. Obviously, despite the blessing I had, I immediately started mutating. Couldn't handle it. My body couldn't handle it.
How does that work?
Well,
either way.
Yeah. What happened was, just because, Hollow was in a bit of a rush, and he was using a lot of magic to do this, he was being a little sloppy. And he pulled some of Titania's own ambient energy into me as well. Stuff that had mixed in with the corruption. So, I did die. Yes. But when Titania's energy and Oberon's energy from his blessing mixed together, well, this happened.
Yeah, Sealy and Unsealy. Interesting. I don't know. Never heard of the combination before, so...
It's never happened before.
Yeah, that's from what I can hear. Other Fae will not shut the fuck up about you, so...
Yeah, that's been a bit of an adjustment as well. But anyways, next thing I know, I'm waking up like this. I left my old body, the one that was dead. I actually came out quite small.
Yeah, makes sense.
It was a little funny looking back on it. I wasn't quite amused though. I was small and I was very much unclothed.
Yeah. Wouldn't put it past Fae trickery to leave you unclothed and small. So.
After that, I spent the next 3 months in material plane time getting adjusted. I spent a lot of time with Oberon since it was fall/winter at that time, so I learned a bit more about myself, about, the beast side of things. With learning a few things from Titania as well.
Well, I was hoping that something would happen where I would take over or whatever, but glad to see that you're this now. Hollow did that to me, I would freak out. I've met Hollow anyways before, but either way.
He's something. And believe me, I did have words with him, because like I said, he didn't tell me anything. So, there was that. But it's been a few months since then, so at this point it is what it is. So now I'm, still getting used to most things, still getting used to the new abilities I have, and of course, as of most recent, getting adjusted to the fact that my personality does a complete flip every time the seasons change.
You're fucking telling me. God, I hate it. Anyways.
I could hear a little bit of Arena for a second.
It flips out once in a while.
Yeah, I get that. This is something I've had to figure out.
It sucks, right?
It does. When the spring equinox first happened, I kept slipping into it, and it didn't help that Iris started doing it as well, and then that therefore made me do it more, and yeah.
And then it went down the whole... Yeah. Anyways, that is... I don't want to think about that day at all. Thankfully, people just leave me alone altogether.
I don't have that luxury, which, not a bad thing.
Well, I mean, if somebody were to stumble upon me, I'd have to fucking kill him, so... At least during ritual hours.
Good thing I called ahead. I feel like... Yeah.
Yeah, unless you want another wife. I don't know. I don't get how this whole fae thing works half the time.
I have 2 girlfriends.
Yeah, good for you. I can no longer have a partner, so...
I'm very sorry to hear that.
It's okay. Whatever. At this point. But... comes with the territory of being fae. Sure you've felt it. Or, in some cases, with how your relationships go with others.
Well, one of my girlfriends is fae touched. Actually, if we want to be technical...
I've met Iris.
Both of them are fae touched now. Yeah, there's Iris, and then there's Carmen, but Carmen was actually stuck in the Feywilds for a little bit. So they have exposure.
Huh. Yeah. Still getting used to the Feywilds here. It's less chaotic than from my realm.
Well, with Titania back, things are more in line, so that helps immensely.
Oh yeah. 100%. Everything from where I'm from was off-kilter. Especially with the whole situation with Ivan at the time.
Yeah, I believe I remember hearing that.
Yeah, that's a person that I need to see here. I haven't met this realm's Ivan.
Well, if we want to be technical,
and clearly you don't
2.
have yours anymore. There's 2?
Yeah, there's the one here, and then I believe there's another one named that is going by the name Lumir.
I'll have to meet them at
I
some
think
point.
he sticks around Lulu.
Haven't met them either.
Small Luca.
I don't know, I need to get out and...
Smaller Luca.
Oh. There's more. Because I know Stella's a version of Luca, and then there's Luca, so...
My understanding, there's 3.
I still need to meet some people.
So. Yours included. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of people coming in and out, That hasn't stopped. More people keep showing up.
Yeah.
Especially that
whole magnetization thing.
Especially the time when, people from different time periods started showing up as well, You remember that?
Yeah. The whole time swap event thing that this Jester put on.
My understanding, people that were from then...
Stop, body.
Were coming here now because they were aware of it. I don't quite understand how that works, but...
Oh, I did hear about that. There's apparently another version of me.
Yeah,
on top
that's
of
what
the
I
other
mean.
version of me. So. But I try to stay away from all that stuff.
I mean, you shouldn't meet
At least
your
from
other
what I was
version.
told.
That would cause...
Yeah.
That would cause problems.
I don't really consider them my other version anymore. Kind of just... Emeria at this point.
Even still.
There's no reverting back to what I was before.
Even still, the soul's similar enough. And I guess to kind of go back on a comment you mentioned when I walked up, yeah, my soul is different, but it is still me. That hasn't changed.
Oh yeah, clearly. We just have extra bits.
Extra bits and
Which
different things.
Gross. Fey parts. Ugh. So.
Well. I guess regardless, I think what I've been doing recently is trying to reach out to other people, other fae, especially those who are veil walkers, such as yourself. Um,
Mm.
there's you, and then there's this other one that I met fairly recently who actually informed me about the Titania situation a bit more regarding my girlfriend. What was his name? Gosh, I know what he looks like. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but um he got cursed into being stuck as a horse at one point.
Huh. That gives me ideas for later. I'll keep it in mind. If I look for a horse and see one, then
Apparently
keep
he
looking.
apparently he was stuck as a horse prior to learning about the veil, so he had to travel as far as he could as a horse.
Yeah.
Which is really inconvenient.
Interesting. Oh, I bet. If I couldn't fly, don't even want
The
to
thing is,
think
because
about
he
that.
was stuck as a horse and in a place not within the veil, he just had to. All he could do was walk.
That's awful. Really.
Eventually, he
Really
made it
awful.
into a shard with veil walkers in it, and someone noticed that he wasn't a normal horse.
Interesting. Huh.
Anyways, I need to go visit him. There's also a few spirits I need to go see as well, such as the one in Katesh. And
Well, then can I ask you, maybe can you take me with you?
oh,
I mean, I didn't get the whole Titania upgrade thing. I'd still like to do and figure out Fae shit. As much as I fucking hate it, I'm drawn to it. But either way, still kind of owe me.
I suppose I do.
Mm-hmm. That you do.
Simple enough. Yes, you can accompany me when I go visit these other spirits in Fae.
Perfect. Does the whole rocking thing happen to you often? I feel like I can't control my body right now.
It's gotten more manageable. Sometimes the wings like to, flutter, or sometimes I look in different places, or tapping the hands. When it first happened, I
Yeah.
was just all over the place.
Oh, I bet.
So
Very
no,
much
that's
bet.
normal.
Also, question, how did the other me take it?
I think if you know yourself enough, you can probably imagine. We've
Did she
worked...
punch you?
No, actually.
Huh.
But, they were rather distant for a time. We've since worked some things out. They were understandably upset. Not only that, they thought that I was gone for good. They thought that I was dead, and then I come back looking completely different. They were still in that period of where they were basically mourning the friend they had once lost. And, despite the fact that my soul was the same, fundamentally I am a different person, in a sense. But
That is true.
at the base level, it was still me. I think they were just
Right.
having a hard time moving forward, which I can't say I blame them.
Well, if I may put it into simple terms, demons feel vividly, right?
Oh, I'm aware. I had one living within me for a time.
Yeah, that version of Ivan. Well, again, if I know myself, when demons see souls and abundance or change of something that they are familiar with, it's kind of like how conservative people are. Kind of just different and never got to really have friends where I'm from, so I'm guessing the other really didn't. And so when you lose someone, even if they are fundamentally the same, you still are a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Even going by Taven, which
I mean,
I have no problem with, but...
Taven is what I go by, but I do have a different name now. Don't ask for it, I'm not giving it to you.
No, I wouldn't try. Iris would absolutely kill me.
You would have a lot. I think Iris would actually be the least of your worries. Because, if we want to be technical,
well, yeah.
I'm the pseudo-kid of Titania and Oberon now, so...
Which is crazy to think about, that they're your parents. But...
Technically. They didn't...
Well, technically.
They didn't, you know, give birth to me.
You?
Yeah, no. No, I'm not gonna get into that. That's actually... But no, I mean, their energy...
Birth is human ideology anyways.
Their energy is what did this. So, by that extension, I am their offspring, so... I'll be honest, when you said conservative people, I thought that was going in a completely different direction.
No, I don't care about mortal affairs anymore.
Yeah, it was funny.
No. But...
I do have a question, actually.
Yeah, what's up?
Have you had any trouble holding on to, I guess, old parts of yourself?
A bit.
How so?
It depends. Well, it depends on what part of yourself you're really talking about. Like, from the past, or wherever it may be from.
I guess, in this case, your morals, your bonds, how you view them.
Sometimes, yeah, but it's easier for me to say because I will never have those bonds again from what I had before. Ivan's dead, and so is a lot of people from that realm. But I try to make the new ones, so it's hard to say. But we're always changing, of course. The Feywild's time is not... I don't think linear is the right word, but...
It's not. It's ever-changing.
You're telling me. But morality is yes. Sometimes I do struggle with them. Struggle to keep myself in check, but then... And then again, I'm not Arena anymore. I'm a completely different person. So, even though I have the same voice and think like her, I'm not her. Are you trying to hold on to parts of yourself as Taven?
Given my circumstances, there will definitely be parts of me that won't go away. That's already a certain. I guess... Like I said, it's been an adjustment period, not just for me, but for the rest of my companions as well. And for one of my partners. I guess my main worry was that, you know, time, however long, well, given what I am, I'm gonna be around for a very, very, very long time. I guess I'm worried that, you know, as time goes on, my current morals and ethics and, you know, how I view people, I'm worried it will change into something unfavorable.
Well, there's always parts of yourself that are going to be unfavorable to others. Other people might like some parts and others hate. But you will change. That's for certain. Given the fake king and queen's influence, but if you remind yourself and hold on to those values for as long as you can, that's the best way to do it, at least in my opinion. It's a part of self-humbling yourself. Reminding yourself where you came from, who you originally were. You don't have to be that person anymore, but the fundamentals are what matter.
Been told things similar along the lines of that. I just figured I would want a perspective of someone who is sort of in my
I could tell you the opposite if you want another perspective from somebody, I guess, in a realm or in another shard. I'm kidding.
I imagine, though, it wasn't ever very easy for you. At least in the beginning.
No, it still isn't. I'm chained down to do things that I don't want to do. Chained down to my behaviors.
I can understand that.
Yeah, imagine doing a ritual every single night. I'm glad I don't sleep often.
What does that ritual entail?
Well, a couple of things. Mainly it's to give back to the nature around me. Normally it's performed in front of a lake, which is on the backside of Stella and Oracle's house. And it's something sacred. Protects the area around us. But I don't feel comfortable honestly saying much more than that.
Fair enough.
I just know that it's something I have to do at the end of the day.
That's fair. I just figured I'd ask since I still need to learn a bit more about the silly side of things.
Yeah, there's a ton of us, from what I know. I don't even know where I lie under the whole grand scheme of things. Sealies. I'm just here, enjoying peaceful time, so I don't know, don't really care much about that side of things. Sorry, I'm not much more help.
That's fair. I'm not currently as involved with the Feywilds at the moment because I have my own priorities. But if it is something you are wanting to explore a bit more, I wouldn't mind offering my assistance whenever, it's needed. Obviously, there are some things I am also going to be required to do as well, given...
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I'd like to change the bad parts and bring some good to it all. That's why I had agreed in the first place to taking the place of Titania. But I hate invoking her name, but either way. Any way I can help, I will. I just don't want to be chained down to doing anything that I don't want to do.
You're valid in that. And I will keep that in mind for sure.
I hope so. A seat on the council would be nice.
I might take it some time. I'm still considered a baby compared to a lot of them.
Oh yeah, you are. Same here, honestly. Only a couple years old in Fae terms. So.
I'm not even a year.
Baby.
Watch yourself. Anyways.
Oh no, but I am your senior though. baby prince.
I'll allow it, so as long as you keep that between us.
Then can I call you it when it's just us?
That's fine.
Since I don't have your true name or whatever, and again, I would get... other people would get upset if I had it. So, a nickname will work. Because you're not really Taven, but you're also him at the same time. So, Baby Prince works.
Anyways, I've got a few more things I need to be doing, but whenever I go visit some of the other spirits in Fae, I'll let you know.
Perfect. And you're free to visit here anytime. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've been around whenever summer happens, but in the case that you are, you know, if you are around whenever summer rolls around, I suppose it would be nice catching up then.
Yeah, after from last year, I tried to stay away, so I'd prefer not going to the beach unless I absolutely have to.
That's fair. I'm going regardless because Iris would want to go, so.
Well, let me leave you on this at least. Do you know the type of Celia that I am?
I do not. Regrettably, it's something I'm still learning how to identify the other types of Fae.
Well, mine, from what I know, isn't that common. At least from my realm. But I am a Smodiva, which are, of course, I believe a type of pixie. Not too sure. But I cannot have sex with anybody. And after last year, I'd rather not take my chances.
Understandable.
I'm technically, in the cleansing eyes of whatever the fuck, a virgin, so... Which is weird coming from me as Hymeria, not as Arena, but either way.
Got it.
So...
That's fair in that case. But, whenever
That's why people can't view rituals. I'd have to fucking kill you.
Yeah, so whenever I, do visit the others, I'll let you know. I'll come pick you up, and we'll go together.
Fuck yeah. Just let me know beforehand.
Yeah.
I'll probably be at Stella's place anyways.
I mean, typically your rituals take place at night, so,
Yeah, please contact me during the day. I'd appreciate that.
Alright. See you around.
See ya. Little prince.
Why does that remind me of someone else? I wonder. That's another person I need to go talk to soon. Gotta clarify a few things. And he leaves.
That's scene for me.
Yee.
Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm out of loop, or out of practice of playing Hymeria. It's been a fucking hot minute.
Nah, you're good, you're good.
I just want every chance I can to play this character. She's really chill.
Yeah.
She's really fucking chill.
Mike, is this what... Am I just gonna start building like a fucking Fae/spirit posse? Is this what's happening now? I got it.
Oh, I'm not your posse. I stand next to you, not behind you. Sorry,
Fair
I don't
enough.
do that. She's got a rate of sass, though.
Yeah, that hasn't changed, at least.
No.
Man, I wish I could remember what Demi's character's name is.
Zaya.
Zaya. Yeah, that was his name. Whenever we run into Zaya, that will be really funny. Because Zaya's gonna be such an ass kiss.
Is that the horse?
Yeah.
Cute. It's really cute. Wow. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure he was, like, cursed by Titania, so he's gonna see me and be such an ass kiss.
Oh. Wow. He must hate you when he finds that out. Fuck.
He'll either hate me or will want to be on my good side.
Yeah, probably on your good side. That kind of just happens when we're around you, so...
I wish I could turn that
God.
off. I can't.
I know, you don't know when people are having a genuine conversation with you or not.
That sucks.
Hell, I don't know when I'm being genuine half the time anyways. So, we have to be nice to you because you're a prince, so... Oh, sorry, baby prince.
There it is.
I love Hymeria, though. Cute women.
Cute woman. Alright, so...
I will say, you will never be able to outrun this character, though.
Really?
I am faster than you. Yes. That's one of their whole abilities, is that she is insanely fast. And it's mainly used as a defensive thing, but yeah. She's insanely fast. So, can't wait to show that off. Dude, she was sitting there while you were talking and just kind of rocking back and forth and then just smacking herself. Stop that!
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it, body. Get some fucking help. Okay, bud, what are we learning today? Hey, so did you know my mom got gassed recently?
Can't wait to hear about that. So, I imagine it was probably Fionn who was like, hey, could I get some training? Maybe just as a way to get her mind off of things, you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of depressed, and that normally doesn't happen, but, yeah.
I've got some really bad news for you, kid, so am I.
We can be through- Do you want to binge eat snacks?
Aren't we supposed to be training?
That's part of the training. Hear me out on this, okay?
Let's train a bit, and then I'll consider it afterwards.
I still think that it would be a hilarious, horrible idea to have Fionn go to the whole church thing that you guys are having, so it could, be that moment for Tiana and Isaac.
The opportunity.
Isaac, wow, Isaac is another one. Sorry. I'm gonna bring that out. Wow, that was the combination of the two.
Isaac.
Hey, Isaac!
Isaac.
What?
Isaac! That's what I started to say! I was like, wait a minute. Isaac is really funny.
Let's
Oh
see.
yeah, probably brown. There we go.
Brown because it's spring, yeah. Oh, can you
Yeah,
send...
it's warmer
After
out.
we get off, can you send me the arms and legs? 'Cause I think you only
I
sent
got
me
you.
the
Can I-
ears and tail.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going all the way with him, so that's why I only just sent you the ears and tail.
I was thinking about it. I think I might. I'm still deciding. I just want to have them in case I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. How'd you like Spider Fionn work in progress in Unity?
Yeah.
She's pretty. Pretty lady.
I don't remember that one world that we used last time.
I can't remember either. Fuck. Good question.
I can always just look for a world real quick on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's where I get most of my good worlds.
Let me look as well to see what I have. What kind of setting are you looking for?
Just somewhere, given, you know, what he knows about Fion's magic, it's somewhere not, you know, out in the open, far away from civilization,
Yeah.
you know, somewhere where we can safely blow shit up. Because that will happen.
Europe? I love going through Butte Chat and it's just cats. I love that cat photo that I took of one of ours. Cats have the same resting bitch face. It's so funny.
Yeah. Resting bitch face.
Resting bitch face. Can we go check out a world real quick? I just want to see this place.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully this is not shit, but my curiosity wants to be sated.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck yeah. This is beautiful. My eyes hurt.
It's so it's literally like fucking, it's one of those like scanned maps.
Yeah, the 30 scanned maps. Dude, just, like, why would people do this?
And it's also very shittily done. The fucking ones that
Yeah.
that are done of like Japanese towns are way better than this.
I know! Well, and it's like, man, I don't get it, because it's already a fucking game. It's literally already a game. Why not just import the actual mesh from the fucking game and have the same lighting and everything? It's like, bro! That just pisses me off. That actually pissed me off so fucking bad.
Alright, here, I think I might have something.
I have something too, possibly. I just want to see what you throw down.
I can't even
Ooh.
tell. Fuck. The world is weird. I've always liked this guy's worlds. He does a really good job.
Yeah. I really hate, I don't know how to like say it, but there's like a sheen that's on some of the stuff that I really hate with how people make these kind of worlds. Irritating sometimes. You see, is it the ambient occlusion? Like, no. I want to turn off the ambient occlusion, please. Look for night mode. What does night mode look like? Oh, it's dark! I can't see! Oh my god, okay, there we go. Actually, I fuck with night mode.
I like night mode too, actually.
Let's see, disable barriers. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's less strenuous on my eyes looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what they're doing. Real quick, I just need to see what Juno is in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look around.
She's in the DM model. Yeah.
There's a house here. Don't think you can go inside, though. Oh my god, you're just absolutely buried in the flowers.
Wow. Yeah, I'm watching TikToks. Watching TikToks of the flowers and being whimsy and shit.
I'm being whimsy.
I have a another map that I want to use at some point for Fiona and Isaiah.
Yeah.
Somebody made the first area of Stray in VR chat.
Ooh. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's such a good game.
Instead of me coming to meet you, you should meet me here. Look at the whimsy I'm in. Look at me, Isaac.
It would be funny, but it wouldn't make sense given right now.
No. Isaac, I wish to be whimsy. I don't feel the whimsy anymore. Is that what it's like getting old, like you?
No.
What are we training in today? What are we doing today?
Old like you. I'm not even that old.
But you're like 40. That's pretty old.
Compared to others?
Like who? Who is old?
Arena.
I haven't met them.
I doubt you ever will.
Dude, somewhere in the fucking distance, Arena is screaming.
It's like, you bitch.
You bitch. Yeah, Arena's gonna have a whole family intervention here soon with the group next time we meet.
Oh, great.
Next time we do a mall session.
Why are we having an intervention?
I was told that you were being pushy. And you really, really want to get through this, and we need to talk. I don't care. Okay, I shouldn't say I don't care about your trauma as Arena, but I at least want to know why your trauma is impeding everything that we are working towards and our original goal. That's what I want to know, bud.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Reina doesn't know about, what he's recently learned about one of his other problems. His sister has now a major time limit.
Well, nobody knows except Lulu out of that group, so...
Because he doesn't go talking about his problems.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't go talking about my problems, thank you. Fucking Christ. No, it's just... She had talked to... I mean, we had that whole, scene with Mickey, and then, talking to Mira afterwards. It's more of just... original goal of why we even came to the shard in the first place or came back with all the corporation shit is to investigate. And then she's gonna throw, you don't wanna fuck this up just because we're going too fast and potentially risk Kane and Amelia's life, do you?
Oh,
and
you're
yeah,
you're pushing some buttons.
Yeah, I know.
You're
That's my main shit.
I won't disagree that he does need a talking to, but that's not. You're gonna do it in the typical arena fashion.
Yeah, it's typical arena fashion. She's right about it. She says it in the wrong fucking way.
Yeah, no, doesn't know how to say it correctly.
Yeah. That's just arena.
So this spot here will do.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This is comfy.
Yep. So he's gonna be here.
Me, stand up. Life is pain right now. Oh. Yes. Okay. God.
Yeah.
What? Where's my whole body? Hello? The fuck? Why is it tracking over there? What the fuck?
So
Okay,
yeah, you would have probably sent his text saying like, "Hey, can we train today?" And he would have responded maybe a couple minutes later saying, "Yes, we can. Meet me here later today." So.
Okay. Yeah, it's nighttime, and I gotta let my parents know where the fuck I am. Parent, no.
He still needs. Whenever
Yep.
Ozma's back, I need to have them meet. I want Isaiah to interact with the Hera group. Because one, it would be kind of funny. Two, there's a lot that.
Hey, this is my teacher, Isaac.
Isaiah.
Isaac.
Anyways.
You know the rest of the Hera group now knows you as Isaac?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Too. Yeah. That's so fun.
Anyways, just walk on ahead and
Okay,
then get in character, and I'll be here.
Fuck off.
What's up, Isaac? Isaiah? Yeah. That came out correct.
What's poppin'?
A long time to see.
Yeah, it's been a while. How's everything going?
It's been alright. How about yourself?
My mother got gassed.
What?
Do I need to speak another language? She got gassed.
Okay,
In our shard.
what do you mean by that? What happened?
So you know the jungle juice. Have I talked to you about that?
Yes.
Okay. So somebody during the opening event for the Arcadian, where all these like strong fighter people go to every year, from what I know, yeah, she was there at the opening ceremony, and somebody gassed the whole place with jungle juice. So yeah.
I see. Is she alright?
I don't know where my mother is. That's why I asked to train, because I, frankly, am depressed, and I don't really get normally depressed, which is weird, so... so I asked again.
That's...
Also, kinda got a little something, like, under your eyes.
Those are eye bags, Fionn.
Huh. It's because you're old, you get eye bags?
No.
I think they make creams for that.
I haven't been sleeping quite well, that's why. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, I talked to this bunny girl... talked to this bunny person before that does marijuana, from what I hear, if you need help sleeping.
Does their name
I think that's supposed to help.
Me out of blatant curiosity?
Yeah, actually, yeah!
I'm not surprised. I thank you for the offer, but I don't smoke, so...
Well, I think they make edibles. Either way. Or like melatonin.
Maybe that might work,
Or like,
I don't know.
what other sleeping pills are out there? Or drugs? Fuck.
Okay.
I don't know.
Have you been practicing what I've told you before?
What part? Exactly.
Thinking outside the box a bit when it comes to casting your magic. As we discovered, if you tried to cast your magic in the traditional sense, it would either 1, not work, 2, work too well, or 3, result in you blowing something up, or yourself up.
Then
Essentially,
maybe it's a good thing that I'm always outside the box. Yeah.
Essentially what I mean is figuring out specific ways to think about when it comes to casting your magic, do it in a, I suppose, creative mindset.
I mean, I haven't had a lot of chances to, like, cast magic recently, so I haven't been fully able to practice, but I've been thinking of ways. So, yeah. I still can't do light magic very well, but I did use wind magic correctly, because I told it, hey, I want to go up, and then it lifted me inventory up. So...
Very good.
That's kind of how it works,
hang
I
on.
think. What?
You told it you wanted to go up.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I want to go up there. Can you bring me up there? And then whoosh.
Okay.
I think that's how that works, right?
Not typically, but in your case, it worked just fine, so... Okay, here. Let's see. Make a simple wind arc in that direction. But of course, use your creative way to cast.
Okay, let me grab my dice. I've been rolling so fucking good. I rolled a nat 20.
So, come up with something interesting and it will work, yeah.
Oh, my foot. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
She's just gonna tell, well, in her mind and just kind of feel it. She's thinking of a rainbow, so we're gonna see just an arc form. And it's just gonna be I guess it reflects off of, I guess, the stars and just around them of just kind of rainbow-ish colors. Very fucking bright, though. Maybe a little too bright. But that 20. Okay.
Well, that worked.
Ugh,
Quite well, actually.
always feels weird.
Can you tell me what you did?
I was kind of just thinking like arc, like a rainbow, and then I kind of just made it.
So you made a wind arc that it was reflecting off of the light from the stars and moon.
Well, that's what I see in front of me, so I just was thinking like, boom, because I can't really see wind. So...
Fair point. Okay. So at least you've got the concept down.
Mm.
You're in the ground a little bit, by the way.
I hate that I'm not on my screen.
It's just this model.
I hate that. No, it's all the Fiona models.
Oh.
All of them do that, because my feet are on the ground for me, but not for other people. Sadly.
Anyways. I suppose today we could focus on the circulation of mana. I imagine, though, that's something you've already been doing, in a sense. Veilwalkers tend to have a passive... People tend to think, or not think about doing it. Circulating mana is just something that people know how to do once they feel it. It's like a basic function, like walking or seeing, you know.
Well, I tried to, and then I was told not to because of the shard that we're in, and then, yeah.
Obviously, it's a lot harder to regulate your mana in a place that you know you need to keep it regulated because of how simple, or rather how absent-minded it is to do it. But knowing when to circle your mana and knowing when not to is a good form of control. It also is a very good way to practice control, which in turn can translate into how you cast. So we'll work on that. Have you been circulating your mana since you came out here?
Well, I tried to. I don't know if I'm doing it well or not, but...
Well, if I'm recalling, your mana flow is very, it's more like
everywhere.
It's more like a raging torrent rather than a flowing river, so...
You sound like that guy, Master Oogway.
What?
We need to get you caught up on movies. Like, desperately need to get you caught up on movies.
Sure. Yeah,
Or, like, what's that guy's name from, Avatar? Whoever Zuko's grandfather is, yeah. That guy. Sound like him.
Okay. Anyways, so... Here, sit down.
Okay.
See, the normal way to get someone's mana flowing is to use my own mana to do that, but and this is nothing against you, I'm mildly hesitant to do that. For a multitude of reasons, but one of them in your case is, I'm not sure how... I'm worried your flow, or rather, torrent, will just take mine as soon as it enters. But I'm not going to do that for other reasons. So... I'll visualize it for you. As much as I can.
Okay.
So, you're gonna see a small, like, a hue sort of form around him. It's indigo, which is what the color of his mana looks like. So, this is what it would look like if it was flowing as it should. This is how it should look like, at least to those who can see mana flow. This is what it would be when you were constantly circulating it. Now, obviously...
I really have a bad feeling, by the way, out of character. I feel like we should let Juna know that Isaiah is using magic just in case, because I don't know how that's going to affect Isaiah, and I don't want... I think we should tell her out of character.
So, what's going on, though, is he's not pushing mana out right now, he's showing what it looks like
just
right
visualizing.
now.
Yeah.
He's being very careful.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's, like, off-color. I guess we could just leave it up in the air of if it's off-colored or not. Yeah.
So, if it's circulating as properly, or if it's constantly moving throughout your body, it should form a, I suppose, aura around you. Not normally visible, unless people make it visible.
Right. Okay,
In your case, maybe try applying the creative thinking to this as well.
I got nothing.
Maybe.
How am I supposed to creatively think of, like,
the wiggle of mana flow. When mine's, like, again, everywhere.
Well, if we're comparing your mana flow to a torrent, maybe try and imagine it spreading throughout your body like a wave. You know, like from the ocean.
Okay, let me try.
Remember to
10
try.
tells me
Actually, 10 will tell me that it's halfway decent. It's barely visible, too. She's gonna just try her best, but it's not gonna hold on for long.
I fucking suck at this. God damn it.
You were close. You've got the right idea, and it's something you can do. Try again.
Okay.
Roll one more time. 14. Okay, it's feasible. Me close my eyes. There we go. For her, since you kind of gave her that, I guess, imagination of what, like, ocean-wise. So she's thinking very, I guess, choppy, but you know how, like, the caps of the water are kind of spiky? I would say it looks like that. And, man, I've never thought of Theon's mana color.
Some type of green, maybe.
It's more like a deep lime green. Something that you would see on, like, the back of, like a lime, yeah.
Okay.
Like, just the skin of a lime.
Yeah. So
but very vibrant.
Yeah, obviously, as you know, I think as Juna's explained before when she's done this, you know, the minute you get your mana circulating through you, it's like your senses are tuned up a lot more. You can hear, see, feel things more innately, and as well as you can also feel the ambient mana wherever it is in general. Essentially, your senses are just tuned up.
That is so unbelievably weird. That's, like, worse than, like, my these instincts with, like, how much I could hear or, like, smell. That's really weird. Ugh.
But it definitely feels good. especially when we're in a place like this that has a lot of ambient mana in general. Not as much as the last place, but still enough. This is how people how people will, I suppose, 1, enhance themselves / their senses, 2, also give them a chance to sense if they're in an area filled with magic or around someone that has magic.
Because, like, I remember sensing stuff, like, because I think people do this thing called, what is it called? Domains. Yeah, I had one of those. I used it from a god that I, is no longer my god. Yeah.
Technically, anyone can use a domain. It's just the spreading of
I wonder
your
how
own
mine would be.
of your own mana. But that's something that we'll work on later, once we have you have more control.
Right.
Now, when your mana is circulating like this, there's a lot you can do with it without even having to cast. This is how people often regulate their body temperature, such as if you walked into a shard that is...
I can do that?
Yes. It's actually very helpful for a lot of people, especially if they are temperature-based creatures. For myself, if I were to walk into a very cold place, I'm cold-blooded, so I can't really stay in cold temperatures for too long, otherwise I will fall asleep. I can use my mana that is constantly circulating through me to regulate my temperature. And as well as it can be the same for if you're in a very, very hot place. That can also help as well. Cool your own body temperature.
Well, yeah, because, like, whenever I go into, maybe that's why I'm just doing it on response. I don't know. When like how stoats kind of, like, change their fur color. Well, mine, depending where I am, just changes automatically. Whether it's cold or hot.
You might be doing it
So I'm, like, white some days, and then I'm black other days. So...
That's a way of putting it.
Like now.
Well, it is spring.
I'm more brown,
so...
not black, but... Well, I don't think it, like, matters about the, like, time of the year. I think it's more just where I'm at. Because I met this, small polar bear cub named Nicola. And when we met him, we were in a colder place, so I was white. But then when I left and I go back to Hera, a lot of the times I'm brown.
And you're not,
so
and you weren't
maybe
actively,
I am doing it automatically.
And you weren't actively circulating mana, especially when you went back to Hera as well.
At least I don't think so.
And if you were, it was only for just a second to trigger the switch. Not very subtle.
Well, I think how it's kind of funny that I can just turn colors.
Well,
can I have other fur colors?
Unfortunately, I think you're only limited to the brown and white.
Fuck! Okay, well...
I can't say I've heard of stoats coming in colors besides that. Maybe different, like, variations of brown and white.
Hair dye is gonna go a long way.
That is also an option.
Can I bleach the brown? Do they have magical hair dye?
Oh, I'm sure there is, yes.
Huh. Wonder where to even get magical hair dye.
There's places that sell it. You typically would have to go to a shard that would have either a Veilwalker or someone who sells that sort of thing. Which can be found. Anyways. So, now that we've sat a minute and had you do that, try turning it all off.
That's the hard part. Let me see.
I guess in this case...
I'm rolling so fucking okay today. I have not rolled below a 10. I rolled a 17.
Okay, yeah.
So, shuts off.
Good.
Huh.
So now you at least know the
That's
distinction.
weird, though.
It is.
You guys do that on purpose?
Well, like I said, it's a lot harder to turn it off than it is keeping it on. I keep it on, if I can help it, I keep it on all the time. It's honestly something I do unconsciously. It takes effort to keep it off at this point, so. But at least you have experience keeping it off more than often, so you'll at least be able to switch back and forth whenever you come in and out of Hera at the very least.
Well, I'm like, yeah, like, I kind of think about it as, like, what if the colors around me are gone? And, like, they disperse, and they, like, shoot out, because, like, it's spiky and everything, and so it goes boom.
Well, if imagining that the color that whatever you see around you is not there helps, then be my guest. Like I said, when it comes to how you are going to be able to cast and use magic, you're probably going to need to think a lot outside the box a bit more. Which, in turn, means I'm also going to need to help you think outside the box a bit more.
You and me together. We're definitely in this together.
I've definitely had to adjust how I usually teach people how to use magic because of it, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a learning experience for me as well.
How many pupils have you had?
Many. At least 20.
Really? Well, I mean, you are old, so I mean, I guess that would make sense.
I'm quite young compared to a majority of people in the Vale. I'm only 40.
What's the oldest person you've ever met?
If we really want to go by technicality, it would be Luca.
How old is Luca?
Very. The number's too high. She's
See.
the oldest.
I have a feeling she'd get really, really mad at me if I called her old. Because Ozma does that when, like, Eugen calls her old, too, and, yeah, that doesn't go over well.
I wouldn't. Because besides the fact that in technicality she is much older than majority of people here in the Vale, physically she's in her early 20s. Mentally as well.
Wait, people can change that, too?
Hers is a very special case. For me, though, I guess in my case, I stopped aging when I was around 18. Actually, I was 17, roughly. But, or
Man,
rather...
that kind of sucks being a human, then,
my age didn't stop, but it slowed progressively. Physically, I'd say I'm an early 20-year-old as well.
Huh.
It's...
Well, I mean, what about, like, humans? Like, can you change that, like, as a human? Because, like, they still won't let me out and go do things because I'm so young.
I mean...
Piss me off.
I can understand that. There is... It really does depend, because mentally, you are, you know, your age, you act your age, but but you are very, I suppose, what's the word? You're a lot
Autistic? Yeah, I get that a lot.
That wasn't the word I was going to use. I was going to say...
Sorry, go ahead.
Perceptive.
Yeah, it's probably part of my autism. I think they go hand in hand sometimes.
It can, but...
Or then there's, like, my uncles. Did you know alternate people exist?
Yes, I'm very well aware alternate people exist.
It's kind of weird. Like, well, not really, but, like, there's two versions of my uncle. So there's the awesomest uncle, and then there's the coolest uncle.
I see.
Dices and Vesper. Yeah.
I think I've met Dices once. It was after Halloween, and it was very brief.
Mm. Yeah, there's a version of him where Hera is called Vesper. He's the more fucked up version of it, cause that's going into Fade's trauma. So yeah, that's a whole thing.
I see.
Mm.
Yeah. But like I said, it's... If I were you, I wouldn't try and rush things. Mentally, at least.
Mm.
Being a kid in the
I'll
Vale
try
is
not to, but
difficult, admittedly, given how crazy things can be.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. It's crazy out of the Veil too. Or when the Veil, whatever that wording is, you know what I mean. Like in Hera.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm. You should visit sometime. You might be like some kind of sad. What kind of lizard are you?
I'm a salamander. Or I'm at least based off of
Okay.
a salamander.
I just haven't seen a blue one before, so.
It's complicated, but
Mm.
I don't...
A lot of things are complicated. Ugh.
I'm not sure if it would be a good idea. At least going to Hera. From what it sounds like, it is a very
Yeah.
technologically advanced shard, and that's not really my expertise.
Forte? Yeah. Coming from an old person, yeah, that makes sense.
Besides, it would also be...
Mm.
It wouldn't be difficult per se, but it would be tougher to keep my mana contained, considering there isn't magic in Hera.
Mm.
And I
Right.
have a lot of it, so...
Mm. How do I make mine bigger?
Practice. Your mana pool is like a muscle.
What is this practice?
It took me 40 years to get to where I'm at, so...
I don't have 40 years, though.
You're already making leaps and bounds in just the short time I've known you. Usually, you'll be surprised circulating your mana pool as quickly as you did is often somewhat difficult, especially if someone who's never experienced magic before. A lot of my early pupils struggled understanding the concept of stuff. Everyone has a learning curve. Everyone has their, I suppose... They learn at their own pace. In your case, you're at least a very fast learner and can lock on to concepts and topics rather quickly.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not locked on. Or in. Don't worry.
But at the very least, you've made progress, so... It's only...
Tried to.
And it's... Well, when it comes to learning magic, it's not a very linear path, so...
No, well, and then you told me to like think outside the box, and Lulu was a big help too. So just thinking outside the box, it just kind of, I don't know, helped everything. All of these squares make a circle, but the square isn't. Yeah, sorry.
There is an idea I've thought of proposing which could help at least minimize the amount of explosions that come from you casting, because let's be honest, it's going to happen again at some point.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what focuses are?
I mean, hopefully I can do it with purpose. When he focuses?
So, as you've seen, I can cast out of using my hands, but sometimes people will often struggle to do that, or they can't. It's common, but typically, especially if people are learning how to use magic still, sometimes a focus can help them cast easier. And a focus can be quite literally anything. It can be your stereotypical magic staff, a weapon such as
I can get a stab.
such as that
Stab,
rapier.
staff.
Yes, staff. A weapon such as that rapier over there, I can cast with that, or any other form of weapon. It can also be a form of jewelry, like a necklace or an earring or a ring, or it could even be just like a spellbook or a tome or another inanimate object. If it can, as long as it can handle mana running through it, like the rest of your body, you can use it as a means to cast. And more often than not, it's actually easier to, especially if it's built for that function.
How do we find one then? Like, do we have to go to like some ruins and then fight a dragon at the end, and then we come out as heroes, or is it like just we find them randomly or buy one?
Well, in your case, I feel like one would need to be specifically tailored for your needs. Typically, focuses are often tailored to people who have very specific requirements for them, such as it's yours. So in this case, whatever you decide it to be, it can be tied to you, tethered to you. It just really depends on what you want.
A magic staff does sound nice. Or maybe a ring. Well, I can't really fit rings on my hands. Or like a secret eye patch.
Clothing works too.
What would it be? We'll have to come back to that, because I don't know what it would even be. Or like I could have a weapon, like a sword. Or like guns.
A gun is actually a rather common one.
Guns are super cool. I've been learning like a lot about them while on Hera, because like everybody uses one. They come in all like shapes, forms, and sizes, and barrels, and bullets, and yeah.
That's an option. Perhaps something that you can use in Hera, and then something you can also use out here when needed.
I don't think that they'll allow me to have a gun though, because of because of my age and the way I act, all that. Yeah.
I suppose that's fair. So maybe not a weapon then, but something something more innocuous that you can actually bring with you here and there. Innocuous enough that's not going to cause problems, at least for you and Hera, so.
What does that word mean?
It means discreet.
Yeah, I probably could have found that out by context clues, but yeah. Something small that I can bring with me.
Maybe talk to your family. They might have some ideas. Speaking of which, though, like I said, it probably wouldn't be wise for me to go into Hera, but if they're ever around, I wouldn't mind meeting them.
Yeah, I can be like, hey, here's my teacher. He's teaching me how to fight, and he's really, really cool, and his name's Isaac.
What?
What?
My name's Isaiah. First and foremost.
Isaac.
There is no K at the end of my name.
Out of character, I fucking can't do this anymore. Fucking Christ.
Anyways. Second of all, I'm not teaching you how to fight, I'm teaching you how to use magic.
Well, magic is like a main way to fight.
It is a way to fight, yes.
Be strong.
But it's an art that isn't necessarily meant, it can be used for fighting, yes, but that's not the main purpose of it.
Gotcha.
So. Is there anything else you want to work on?
No, but do you want to go do something fun so we can get our minds off of things and so we can get rid of those eye bags, because you kind of really need Korean skincare. very badly, and I need to get my mind off of more stuff because, again, my mom got gassed and everything. So, yeah, we should go do something fun. Don't worry, I think I brought money with me. Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds nice.
She was trying to help you up and you just blindsided her.
Sorry.
Oh, you took her. Okay.
So, like, what do you like doing other than magic?
I like reading.
Other than that boring stuff, what else do you like doing? Do you like movies? Or, like, video games? Or, like,
Well,
adventuring places? Or...
well, this place, for instance, I visited because, if you can't tell, there are ruins here. I do occasionally do some exploration on my own. Not recently, though. Been busy.
Do you know the whole history of this place? Can you, like, detect that somebody magical lived here?
I can tell you for a fact someone or something magically inclined resided here at one point. Although, the only mana I can feel is really the ambient mana from, you know, the trees, the grass. There hasn't been someone living here in quite some time now.
I'd love to, like, live here at some point, because from before I met, like, everybody, I kind of ventured around places like these. Kind of just made my way through shards, not really knowing anything, but kind of just going about. So,
It was
maybe
only...
I can find a spot for myself like this one day.
Maybe. The thing about the Fractured Realm is there are lots of shards that are either a lot more peaceful than most places or uninhabited. I find new ones occasionally.
So, what do you want to do? We should go see a movie.
A movie?
Yeah. Or we can watch a movie at home. Like, I can take you to, like, the Arrow House, and then you can meet a lot of it. Well, no, now is not the time. I forgot. Well, or we can do non-magical things and not read books, because books are boring. And
You do realize
Like,
at
all
some
I think
point
is
I was
video games.
I was planning on giving you a book to read as homework. They're a lot more
Well-
useful than you think.
Okay, fine. I should figure out something to do.
If it helps, I could probably make it into an audiobook format.
Thank God! Okay, perfect. Audiobook works perfectly.
We could probably just get something to eat.
Let's say that scene here. God, I love them too.
He's so
Oh,
tired.
they're so cute.
If
He's
you-
so tired.
He thought about it for a
Tired of
second.
my
It was like,
bullshit.
you know what? Fine. He's like anything to get my mind off of things.
Real.
I don't believe. Yeah, one thing I liked is when Fiona said, "I've never seen like a blue salamander," and he noticed how he was like, It's complicated. I don't think he's mentioned like, this stuff.
Yeah, she's never seen you turn rainbow before. So,
Yeah, he's not. Just out of habit, he just kind of keeps that more on the down low, unless there are people who already know about it. So.
that's fair.
It's...
I'm sorry also for interrupting you in character so many times.
No, you're fine.
That's just how Fiona is. She's just like ready to move on to the next topic constantly, so...
Yeah, no, you're fine.
ADHD. My ADHD runs wild.
I love when you
The
said
hard
you have
thing-
autism, and, you know, Isaiah was like, in his mind, I can sort of understand that. Because
That's what they keep telling me.
he's technically autistic too, just a different type.
Exactly.
Yeah, so is my uncle. I think it just runs in the family.
You were adopted.
Oh. It runs in the family.
You know, that's another thing these two have in common, actually. They were both adopted. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Exactly.
I don't know if you could hear whenever you were talking about, like, having a gun as a focus, he kind of was like, yeah, that's an option.
Yeah. Yep. I totally didn't throw that in there on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Just that little jab to the heart.
Yep. She doesn't know any better. She's like,
No.
hey, everybody in Hera has guns. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's, genuinely, though, he does, like, enjoy, you know, teaching, you know, you, and teaching people in general, so it's a good way for him to get his mind off of things. And hey, you learned something useful today.
Exactly. I became green. More green than usual, but green.
Green. It's
Green.
Really, really simplifying it.
Yeah, I just thought about, like, Dragon Ball Z, and then I turned green.
What,
It's a yellow, but...
I don't know
What?
what that is.
Okay, we're gonna have to watch through all, like, 25 seasons of Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Z Kai, and Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball,
Okay.
and...
Before you piss me off any further, Dragon Ball Z Kai is just a redub of Dragon Ball Z.
I know it is. I fucking know.
I'm gonna request on Jinna and Dimmy.
Yeah, let's go see what they're doing. Because I see them as Nodus and Access right now.
Oh, fun.
How fun.
I'm very glad you didn't mention GT and when you were listing shit.
Yeah, I forgot that was actually a season. I forgot. I know what map they're in.
Oh no.
That is really bad. Uh-oh. That's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good. Okay, you ready to go in?
I'm waiting for my invite still.
Oh, request off of Juna.
I just did.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go in there just so I can catch up with what they're doing.
Yep, I
See
got
if
mine too.
they're-
I'm so hungry. Those Parmesan fries and burger from earlier today are calling me. I'm so hungry.
For the specific reason of security, things are in constant movement, and actions are taken specifically to not be easily tracked, predicted. Yet despite these facts, it is almost like they knew. Which that is a lot of people you would have to talk to, never mind the announcers, as well as the competitor areas and how they were set up, and even for the Arcadian, before all crowd enters there is multiple security checks of everything. That is why pissed. Plus, it is very intentioned when it comes to those who were hit with gas. I am still receiving reports from others who report to me In regards to medical files, and information in regards to those who have taken hit. There seems to be targets. Besides obvious ones, have one on stage, but also certain competitors and those in crowd.
So it was
I
all
am
incredibly
certain.
intentional.
Oh, very. I'm trying to figure out how. Clearly it wasn't Yuri, even though media tried to spin it that way, and Zephy likely believe it. If any of gang were going to do it, the one that would be able to would be Borbor, but they don't have the balls to do it. Nor do I think they would actually be able to pull off correctly. Some may think Provecta, but this is not lucrative for business. Stock in Jungle Juice will go down due to fear. Also, for other corporations, to get Jungle Juice, usually it is housed in this district. I have looked through my logs. This high potency never came in. And what they use was extremely high. Actually, it's different for each one of them, but for officials on stage, high potency, danger dose. Was never housed here. So, would either have to come straight from Provecta, which would not make sense, or has to come from one of their laboratories. Private stock. But seems intentions were to kill. Or cause mayhem and fear, perhaps a slight against Provecta. Or what else? So I cannot push out the other 3 littler companies. But even then, this is far too put together for what they do.
I have a question then. I don't know. You remember, or they had that meeting at the restaurant. I'm not familiar with the members of those groups or those companies. But would it not make sense if on one of those days or on that day they likely lack some of their own people?
Possibly. But getting hands on such dosage, I have not received reports of any break-ins. So, either had to go through official channels, or Provecta keep hidden. I don't think you have way to get this information, but I have someone who can. So, right now though, this is a hassle. Get closer to Ozma. I don't know how she lived, but this seemingly was some kind of attempt on life. If she was target, they will try again. If you are to be bodyguard, get closer to her, learn more about Provecta and if there was break-ins. As a part of security division, you should be able to get more information from the heads of it. Oh.
Got it.
Good.
Be done.
Anything else?
From me, no.
Oh.
I, though, will likely also be having to watch my sister since the campus has closed her school.
Hmm.
It won't get in the way.
I don't expect her to. Things are going to be busy for the next while. She's gonna grab a case. So, I will be busy as well. Inside the case is a good amount of your medicine.
Mm.
So you get job done.
Right.
Oh.
Anything else?
No. Go. This is going to impact industry. Fuck. Looks like now have to have another meeting, and Ziffy is going to try to skin Garis, which will be funny, but loud. And need to check if Borbor had anything to do with this. Probably not. But could use our connection to get more info. But how did they place that there and know where to hit? Ugh. I do not like being outplayed. And that's it.
Whoa. What a... Whoa.
She's a little bit angry.
Little
A
bit.
little bit.
Hi.
Hmm.
I have a thing for you.
Oh.
You're good. Dyer is getting texted coordinates, by the way.
Oh?
From Access.
Go
Oh.
get it, buddy.
I see.
Here. I found the thing that shot it off.
Oh fuck.
The thing is I didn't want to leave the district with it, nor did I, want to be the one to fuck with or study it. So I was like, I'm going to hide this, and I'm going to give the coordinates. Now, the thing is that he's not telling you is he also probably gave the coordinates. I think he also gave the coordinates to Naudis.
Yeah.
Fun.
So, to be exact, well, some of the gas was already in the stadium in certain positions.
Mhm.
Some of it came from fucking above.
They really 9/11
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
that shit, man.
Jesus Christ.
Which, the box that shot it off hasn't been touched in weeks, and canonically, the Arcadian was already postponed and only recently had the date reestablished because one of the competitors took too much jungle juice, and so they had to find a new one. Plus, the Arcadian every season, the layout of it changes. The schedule for the opening ceremony changes because that is a safety precaution, so shit like this doesn't happen. No one has the entire schedule of the opening ceremony. Different people have different parts, and it works as like a machine. Every person's a fucking cog. So, how did they know where everyone exactly would be?
You dragged a car?
At what time? On what day?
Yep.
Jacked the car.
Even though this was set up at
Oh, I thought you said you dragged a car.
2 weeks in advance.
No.
It's only the last like week or so that the new date
Nice.
was like, reestablished.
Well, I kind of had to.
Be visible.
I wonder.
I wonder.
Mm.
Hmm.
And it seemed to be targeting certain people, certain competitors, and those that were around
Hunt
them, certain
man.
people in the crowd, certain high
Oh,
officials.
man.
Those on the stage as well got some of like a massive, high dosage danger dose.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I know, but
Yeah.
I know what's going
So
on.
pretty.
Struggle Fox.
Pretty man,
Struggle
yeah.
Fox don't know.
Pretty man. Oh, I didn't even test all my toggles on this. Hang on.
I would say a lot of those who were on the stage, those who already had jungle juice beforehand, a lot of them are either dead or highly mutated. So some might be forced to retire, or others are going to need a lot of
What is on your head?
counseling and therapy for
What is
their
that?
physical and mental. Those who had cybernetics
Penguin?
might be fucked because shit grew around those cybernetics.
Don't look at my feet.
Yeah.
Some
And I
are
think
somewhat okay, others are not okay.
Yeah, and I mean, and one of the major reasons I was thinking for, Ozma to be fully okay from this is
Oh, I know
how
why.
much she's been, out of the veil. So,
Well, why she's okay is, yeah, there's the veil shit, but there's also her genetics. Her
yeah,
genetics
that's
are
true, yeah.
extremely adaptable. That's why she's okay-er. Which the medical community will be astounded at how functionable she is. Wow.
Eugen's
wow.
gonna
Some
be-
people who are
Eugen's
part of
gonna
the
be like-
competitors and a part of the crowd, yeah, a lot of them also got hurt or heavily mutated, but certain people were better off than others.
Yep.
Yeah. You just say that Froggy Chan got hit with that blast, and that's why she's more fuckered, because you never actually played them, so we don't know what they looked like before.
That is true, yeah.
Froggy
I
Chan.
I need to play her at some
So-
point. Where is she?
I am bringing, well, this is more for these two, because, I still gotta be somewhat truthful, too, and not make it seem like a complete lie. I do actually have to go get pics.
Yeah. Go get your sister.
Yeah,
Nice.
she'll be around for a little.
Oh, that's gonna be
Shows
so.
up. So they committed a hate crime.
Does
Did you see Holocaust 11?
Did you did you see how many black people got hit? Wow.
That's so
So-
racist.
Also, Juna, I had a Freudian slip earlier when talking about Isaiah. I accidentally, not on purpose, combined Isaac and Isaiah, and I said Isaac, and I think that's really fucking funny. Isaac is really good, and I love it.
What did you call it again?
Isaac.
Isaac.
No. No,
I-
you said
Isaac.
before, like, what?
Yeah.
No.
A
Not the name.
Freudian slip.
Freudian
Yeah, thank
slip?
you. Freudian slip.
No,
Freudian slip.
not a Floridian slip. That's a different thing.
Floridian.
Freudian
That, dude,
slip.
that's a man in Orlando who rides
You need to shrink
around
your
on the bike.
head.
I know. I need to fix this model. This model is so old now. I need to go back and fix it. How old is this model? Probably like a year and a half old now. This model. I need to go back and do some things, fix some things.
Wow.
So
Real.
I will definitely fix some mat capping because I can do better.
Penguin.
So penguin.
He's got slippers.
So
I- Hell yeah. I
frog.
found these.
He's just so he's
Hair
just
clip.
he's just a penguin.
Hair clip.
Yeah. He found these. It's fine. He got,
Whoa.
he found pants and he found a hat and slippers.
And then wife beater t-shirt. Tank
Oh,
top.
he was meant to already have. That was what Mickey gave him. I just didn't have the
Yeah.
top working.
That's such a horrible joke that could be made in a conversation with Mickey. Is that I like your wife beater? What?
You're what?
You beat
forget
Arena?
like,
What?
I'm unironically, I know I'm so desensitized to calling that, like being called that around here. So it was like he said it and I forgot you guys were laughing. I'm like, all right, it does have a funny name. Or at least what we call it is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Where Where did that start?
I don't know. I think it's because in most like movie tropes, the alcoholic, abusive
Well, so-
husband is wearing a white
Well,
tank
yeah,
top for some
sometimes
reason.
men beat women.
Well, I mean, it's not the movie. Like it was. It's not the movie trope. That was the actual trope.
Yeah.
But the fact that they just coined the name.
I don't know.
They actually called them beaters.
I don't know who invented the name of the shirt.
Anyway, that was fun. Thank you.
Hey.
Had to do exploring and exploration. And trying to not get caught on cameras.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for using that 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
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 It wasn't in a row, but it was 3 times. Yeah, I didn't know how
It was
many
very
was too many
close
times.
together.
Yeah. It's one of those things
Sure.
where I do apologize because I genuinely,
Sure.
I know it's like don't overuse it, but I don't know if there's like, if there's 5, if I used like 3 of 5 opportunities to use it, if I did 3 of like 20 opportunities, sometimes that's where I don't
Yeah.
know how many opportunities I'm going to get going into the scene.
Pop my back.
Yeah, you're not supposed to know. That's the point.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't, I apologize, I didn't have a gauge on what was overusing versus underusing.
Ow, my ear. You got it from my ear. I got it in my ear.
We're gonna be
You going to bed?
gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat food first, but after that, I got a long shift tomorrow. I gotta go back to that other store, which was ridiculous. Can I actually spend like 5 minutes rambling about that for a sec? Because I was actually so
Yeah.
fucking stupid today.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
So right,
I can start prepping my model.
long story short is that that store just needed extra shifts and help. District manager contacted my manager asking if there's anybody available. They looked at the availability, contacted me. I took them. They did not give me any information at all other than, hey, is this, are you available to do this? They didn't tell me about like what I would be doing, what is needed of me, what I'm helping with. Am I just working a shift? Am I being the manager? What's going on? Other than just here's how to get in the store. And here's how to do this. So I get there, right? First thing, they just give me a mileage app, or they just tell me to download this app. No instruction, no nothing. I can't get into it. I need a verified email to get into it before I can do anything. Can't do any of that. So now I'm spending time doing that, calling them. Don't get an answer from my district manager. Call my manager. They're like, I don't know, but this stuff should have been, some of these things should have been done yesterday. And I'm like, I don't know. That's not, there was no point where it said anywhere that I needed to have this done yesterday. So I get there. I can't get into the systems because I'm basically not in the other people's system, and I need to call tech support to let me for them to let me in. Essentially,
Yeah.
Let me in. I cannot open the store. I cannot access any of the, or I can get in the store physically, but I cannot access like the terminals and all that without that. So I'm calling my district manager because I got on tech support and they're like, we need approval from either that store manager or the district manager. I was like, well, there is nobody here. I don't know if this store even has a manager. I don't know if I'm having help today. I don't know if there's anybody who works at this store. I don't know anything. So I get off the phone, call the district manager. They're like, I'm driving right now, so
can you maybe like call them back and like put me on a conference with like just add me to the call? And I was like, you know what? Okay. Call the tech support back, go through all their shit again, get there. I'm like, hey, they said this. They're like, well, we have to get their approval. And I'm like, can I just add them to the call? That's what they told me to do. They're like, I don't think so. Let me go check. They go check. They're like, absolutely fucking not. It has to be them. Call her back. She sends me to voicemail. I don't hear from her for 45 minutes.
Jesus.
Great.
It is now over an hour past when I was supposed to open this door. I cannot open the systems. Eventually, I do get a hold of her. End up opening the store. Still don't know if I have coworkers, anybody showing up. I'm meant to work here all day. I'm like, I said I was leaving at 4 because I didn't want to stay any later. I don't know if there's anything. And I was like, hey, is there a schedule for this? They're like, oh yeah, let me send you it. I don't know it off the top of my head. Let me check and let me send it to you. Get off the phone. An hour later, because there's customers and all this, over an hour, no, 2 hours later, I'm sorry. Still no response. No, nothing. Call her straight to voicemail. I have now gone past, I've now worked for 6 hours. No coworkers, no nothing. All of this. And eventually somebody shows up. It's like, oh yeah. Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, we had a schedule and this, and this. And she should have sent you that. We didn't even know we didn't know who was opening the store today.
Jesus. So not only is this new district manager of yours an absolute, asshole, they're also just not good at their job.
Yeah. They're just I was like, they're just so fucking unresponsive. And I'm like, dude, I'm doing you a fucking favor right now. Like, let's not forget that this is completely optional for me. I could tell you tomorrow that I don't want to do this. But it was just incredibly.
Shouldn't just at the rate that you're being treated.
Mostly, the reasons why is 1, the pay. 2, I get money for the miles I drive. I get extra money.
Mm.
That is the only reason I'm doing it. But after this, depending on how it works out, I'm going to be like, hey, this is that. I don't want to do this again.
Never doing that again.
Yeah, don't ask me. If this is how it's going to be, don't ask me again,
Rightfully so. Fucking hell.
Is that it was so fucking ridiculous. Like, the fact that I was like, hey, I'm doing this thing and you're sending me to voicemail multiple times and she's just still never responded. I had like 8 texts that she just never responded to.
Did you ever get that fucking schedule?
No, it took the coworker showing up for me to be like, oh, I guess there's somebody else here.
I think you should you don't know the schedule for fucking tomorrow. I think you should get back on their ass and be like, send me the fucking schedule.
I do know the schedule for tomorrow because the other coworkers got it for me. The people that actually worked at that store got it for me.
I still think you should get on their ass about it. Be like, hey, I asked you to send me the schedule. You said you would. It's been 24 hours. Where is it?
Mm-hmm. So you good, Natsuka?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm anxiously ticking right now, so, and part of it is just really bad picking at my skin, so that's what I'm doing to regulate myself right now, so.
Yeah, no, you're good. But yeah, so tomorrow I open until 6:15. They only have one person coming in. She comes in at 3.
Great.
Bruh.
So yeah, the entire day today, I didn't take a single break. I didn't get a break because there was just nobody there until 3, and I left. One person got there at 2, one person got there at 3, I left at 4. At that point, I was like, there's no fucking point.
Yeah.
For me to take a break for like half an hour and then turn around and leave half an hour later,
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know when I'm supposed to take a break tomorrow either, so we'll see.
Fun. It's so fun.
Yeah. The upside though is that the store is really quiet and kind of chill, and those people were kind of cool.
Yeah. At least they're not, you know, shitty.
Yeah, there's a non-binary person named Ghost.
Sick.
I was like, wow, we really. I forget I'm gonna butcher the other girl's name. I feel bad.
There's a demographic for Sally's employees.
Yeah.
It would seem.
There's a demographic, and then they hit. Well, there's a couple demographics, and they hit both, which was they had Ghost, the non-binary queer person, and then they had I feel so bad. I'm gonna butcher her name. I remember tomorrow, but she's a like Muslim girl with a hijab, and super cool, really funny. And I'm like, wow, this is just the duality of you two is just awesome right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope tomorrow works out better. Fuck.
Yeah.
So I will be right back in East Washroom.
Okay.
Yeah. See ya.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Go bed. I love you.
Love you.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye.
Bye-bye. See you later. Good luck at work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll freak out at somebody. I'll do it.
I'll do it.
As you...
Shit, I'm still
Can I do
recording on
it?
OBS.
Dude, put me on there for you. I need to freak out at somebody.
Real.
Also, the
Yeah. Mm-hmm. About what? Streaming on YouTube? I don't know how it works on Streamlabs, but I know how it does on OBS. Okay. Oh, then we can just set your encoder just specifically for YouTube instead of Twitch. It's rather easy. Yeah.
Actually, weirdly enough, I think the one I created it, I not like my, I don't like my stuff being popped up. I don't like seeing my overlay and the things that I'm pulling up and stuff. I actually don't anchor it. I prefer to make my screen. Yeah. Then I have to check the PRPs and all that. Show something to stream, I'd rather I have a secondary app that shows that can show it, and I can just auto. Yes, I can.
Good night. Yeah. Oh. Good. Next one is Zaya. I gotta go see him. He's gonna shit himself. Hans. I only met him like once. I'm so hungry. Mm-hmm.
But or the day before, whenever I went to the store. But one is the Lay's baked chips. They now have a roasted garlic and herb one.
Yeah, we
so,
have that here.
Really good.
Yeah, I have never seen them before, but I was at Walmart. I saw them, and then they have the Sargento crisp kind of chips, and I'm a slut for pepper jack stuff, so I got those. It was good.
Yeah.
Come.
Good snacks. Bra 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 bra.
Selling on eBay is so easy. I listed your earrings.
Find what you love, sell what you don't.
There we go.
I'm so used to seeing like nothing in the backyard, and so every time I look out there, still I'm like surprised that there's something.
Yeah,
back
I
there.
know, right?
Catches me off guard a bit.
Oh, probably. You arriving home.
Yeah.
You were upstairs waiting, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
My eye bag's on.
You haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah. How long has it been since that last scene I did with, like, Kaitis and Shishan?
Believe a couple of hours.
Okay, gotcha. So I probably, like, woke up a while back and it's just been...
You had your panic attack, fell asleep,
I think,
from
well,
crying so much,
well,
and then...
What happened?
He's in shock.
Yeah, I'm in shock. That the
Yeah.
real stuff hasn't hit just yet. But yeah.
I should let you into the room.
Yeah, you should do that.
Hoping you come up here, try and be like, wait.
Oh, wait a
Yeah,
minute,
you're-
I'm stuck.
Oh, it did the thing again. Motherfucker!
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, I can't get in.
Oh, damn.
Why does this fucking keep happening with this fucking place? Oh, someone said that as well.
Shit.
Someone, I think it's multiple people are having issues with it right now.
I see.
Might be this bridge problem right now. Yeah, I don't think. Apparently, the system that they use, which is Disbridge, it's down at the moment.
Oh, I see. Okay, I guess
So
I'll be
I
out
guess
here.
you'll just have to be out here.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway. Whenever you are ready, cards up.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. RP cards up. 3, 2. Door clicks close.
Hey.
Hi.
Did you just get back?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So I've been really, busy as of late.
Yeah.
How are you, doing?
I'm doing well enough.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have you been pulling all-nighters again?
I guess so.
You got bags under your eyes, so...
Yes, or do you?
Yeah, I figured, just... I gotta ask, just more so wondering, before we were gonna enter the shard again, we were supposed to meet up and talk about things, but then you were busy. And, well, we had to go. And then for the most part, you know, whenever we would send text, I think it was Kane who was mostly on call. So,
I've been busy.
is it the Aetherius stuff, or...?
Just a lot of work that's needing to get done.
Gotcha. There hasn't been any, weird dreams, right? You or Kane?
I don't know about Kane, but besides the usual nightmares, no.
You're... Gotcha. There, anything I can do to help?
I'm not sure. Especially since you look like you need rest yourself.
I slept a bit earlier.
I do try to get sleep when I can. I've just been a lot more tired recently.
Yeah, that's fair. I found the rocks upstairs when I came back a couple hours ago, and they've been up there for a while.
How long have they been up there?
At least a week for Shishan, a few weeks for Doka.
guess I lost track.
How have, I guess, besides the tiredness, have you been feeling recently? Anything odd, out of the ordinary?
Mostly just exhausted. But there's work that needs to be done, so. Your lives kind of depend on it, so. What with this whole mall shit? Kate and I sort of have to be on standby constantly, and there's still other things going on. En route and what be it. So just having to make a lot of calls as of recent and a lot of work. And don't feel guilty.
It's not that. It's, oh, I don't even know. I don't even know. It's a lot. There's so much. And I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle everything and
Pat.
I learned some very... I learned some information. There's so much, and I don't know where to start. There's shit with the mall, and then there's shit that has to do with my sister, and then there's just everything else. I don't want to just air out all of my grievances right here and now because you're exhausted, but I feel like if I don't do something, I'm going to just lose my fucking mind, and it's...
Just pull you up a bit.
What did you
pull you over here?
Oh.
She pulled you over here. Grab some blankets. Let's talk. I'll listen.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm sure.
Well, for starters, we know what this thing is, at least. Or... at least me and Arena were told what it is. a lot worse than anything we could have imagined. It's an abyssal.
Okay.
One that is constantly learning and growing and wants one thing, and that's to get out of that damn shard. And it wants us to release it. And I don't think we have a choice now at this point. We're too far deep. I have some of that shit in my mana pool right now, and God knows how we're gonna get rid of that. The shit in the shard went alright. We made some progress, not a lot. The fucking hurricane swept through, so we had to stop. And then all of us, for like a short period of time, this thing completely rewrote our memories, made us forget the veil existed. So there's that. All the other fucking horrors and shit that happened in there thus far. Creatures, gas. And then on top of that, I get home, and not even like 10, 15 minutes pass when I'm visited by Kitus, of all people. Apparently he knows where we live. Apparently he found that out during Halloween when he was some other thing. But besides that, he came looking for me. Couldn't get in because the orb dude got up, obviously, but he came looking and he stormed his way in because I opened the door. Anyways, he told me, well, before anything, he gave me this. Shows Tiana's necklace. And he told me that shit with Tiana's gotten worse. Apparently she hasn't worn this in weeks, and she never takes this off. Ever. I haven't seen her without it. Ever. But she's not been wearing it in weeks. She looks completely different. Her demeanor's completely different. Apparently, it's not even her at this point. And shit in general has gotten worse. Apparently, there's the new jury they're planning on putting in isn't who I thought it was supposed to be, and I don't know who they're going to put in now, but apparently they are just as worse as what Purity wants them to be. Someone who defines Purity as, to cure someone, you gotta take away everything that's unpure. You can only imagine the stipulations for that. So there's that, and then the fact that my sister is running out of time because Purity is puppeteering her, whatever the fuck she's doing. And so now I gotta think about how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to get this fucking Fangire stone to her so that Purity's connection is broken. I don't even know. I thought I had more time. I don't even know how to fucking convince the others to help me with that, because half of them want her dead. The other half would probably not help me because they don't trust me enough. And I can't do it alone. And then, of course, there's every other small thing I've got to deal with.
I don't think there's a lot I can do in regards to what's going on and what you're going through. The most I can do is support and be.
I was worried about you, you know. You weren't answering some texts And if you did, they were brief. I thought something was wrong.
I'm sorry. I've just been busy.
On one hand, I know that finishing this mission, seeing it through is important. Especially since it was us learning information about what the fuck happened. But at the same time, I can't afford to, like, lose my memories of shit or be completely debilitated and have to rest when my sister needs my help. When I need to figure out how to stop whatever the fuck's happening to her. And deal with all the other bullshit that happens out here.
Sadly, I don't think there's much of a choice.
I know. Even if I didn't want to go back, I feel like I'd just be dragged back there, either by the entity or whoever else.
Like it or not, it needs to be seen through. But there are others out here that can do things while you're in there. You just need to find them. Maybe go talk to the others.
I could talk to them, I could tell them what I know, but at the end of the day, I am not going to convince those who want her dead to help me.
Don't try for those who want her dead. Try for those who are willing to give it a shot. 'Cause those that want her dead isn't everyone.
Yeah. Why does everything have to happen all at once?
When it rains, it pours.
I feel like I'm being pulled apart in 6 different directions. There's only so long those seams are going to break. I don't know how much longer I can handle all this. I've dealt with a lot of shit in my life, but this is insane, all of it. It's too much for anyone. And the worst part, I hate that it's getting to me. I hate feeling so lost and helpless and unsure.
As I said, the most I could do is support you. Especially right now.
I also want to help you too. Nightmares are happening again. Maybe I can do what I did last time. It seemed to help.
No. You literally just had a breakdown. You're not doing that. Well, I appreciate the help. As you said, you're already being stretched thin. And I can handle myself. I don't need you to handle it for me. Maybe rest while you can.
I don't think sleep is gonna come easy to me.
And that's why I said rest. Your mind is exhausted, so is your body.
There's so much that needs to be done. And not a lot of time left before I have to go back.
I know. But even if you start now, non-stop, you're just gonna make it worse. You won't accomplish every little thing you want to do before you have to go back, and you'll go back exhausted. Which puts you and the others in danger. And makes me even more worried. So rest.
Just I suppose make sure you're taking your own advice as well. I haven't seen you this exhausted since after Halloween.
I'll try to.
Like you see me like this a lot.
Shit's always happening. And you keep putting yourself into dangerous situations and getting involved with other people's problems. You make it your own, and then you get stressed out and exhausted.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
I know. That's why I don't try to scold you for it or anything like that. There's no helping it. I wish there was a bit more self-preservation, but that's just who you are.
I honestly wouldn't mind a reminder here and there.
I can do that. Phone's gonna ring. Hold on. Give me a minute. Caller ID is Kane. 1 second. I need to go back into the office.
Why?
Apparently there's some shit that needs to get done right now.
And Kane told you this?
Yep. Okay. I'll hopefully be back in a few hours.
Before you go, can I just try and clear up some of the fogginess you've got? Just keep you going a bit.
I already had caffeine, and I just told you you need to rest.
It'll only take a sec.
Once again, I'm pretty sure I just told you to rest, and I can handle my own shit. I'll see you back in a few hours. Hopefully when shit isn't exploding. Try to get rest. I'll see you later.
By the way, he does have Shishon in his pocket, and he can sense a lot of doubt coming from Isaiah.
Yeah. I imagine he can.
Something's off.
Oh, were you expecting me to respond?
No, he's thinking.
Okay.
If you want to, you can, but, you know.
Nah, let you cook.
I'm gonna text Kane. Now, I know Demi's not here, and I might not get an immediate response, but I'm actually gonna text a few people, so I'm gonna text Kane and be like, hey, did you just call Amelia? And then I'm gonna... Nazca, are you still here?
I am, yeah.
I'm gonna text Ares asking what's going on.
I believe Kane would say yes, he did not text, call Amelia.
Ares is gonna be like, look, man, everything's been busy. Kind of dealing with the whole Etheria stuff and helping you guys out, so everybody's pretty stressed, and missing Katrina too is not helpful, but yeah. Listen, I gotta go help them, but everything okay? You're just checking in.
Just checking in.
Mm.
If you can, remind Amelia to take breaks, please.
I will try to. I'm currently on the other side of the building and don't see her often myself. So, I've got other things to do and other shards to look at.
Got it.
So,
maybe I'm just being paranoid. Am I? I don't know. I still can't get over why that phone was there and why no one knew about it. Not even the fucking AI knew. Something is... Doesn't Kane have, like, significant others? I don't have their contact info, and I'm not sure. I think he'd find me asking for it weird. If I could get in contact with one of them, maybe... If it's not just Amelia, if it's Kane, too, and... hell, most of Root. I need another perspective before I can confidently say that something's wrong. Who would know? Who would know if Kane... It's gonna text Tari. Hey, Tari, do you have, perchance have, you know, contact with Kane's significant others?
Oh, it's in text, I don't have to stutter.
Yeah.
Aiden and Konami?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you need me to link their numbers?
That would be appreciated, yes.
Okay. Links.
I'm gonna call Konami.
Okay. Hello.
Oh,
Isaiah.
I didn't tell you my name.
Correct.
I'm presuming you are Konami?
Also correct. As Tari has told you.
Okay. Hi. I work with your significant other, Kane.
I know.
Okay, glad we got that out of the way. Has there been anything off about him as of recent? Out of curiosity?
Define off.
I guess... how often have you seen him in the past few weeks?
Well, he has periodically been around. He has been very busy dealing with your whole
issue with that shard. I'm very displeased at how little I get to see him, because he is constantly getting called and heading off to root.
Who is calling him out of curiosity? Is it typically Amelia?
Correct. I imagine so.
That's ironic, or not ironic, or that's interesting, because, right, Amelia just got called by Kane, saying that there's something, there's more stuff to do at the office, and she just left.
Well, Kane is currently there at the moment.
Okay, yeah, I figured as such. It's just... Yeah, I was just wanting to check in on something.
Isaiah, you are aware that I am capable of looking into my boyfriend's mind, correct?
I was not aware of this, no.
Yes.
Is there anything amiss?
No. Although he is much more tired as of recent, but that is likely because he is constantly getting called to deal with your shit. And unlike my boyfriend, my fiancé around once in a while.
Oh, congrats first and foremost. Second of all, hopefully this situation will resolve itself soon enough. Good to know though, he's not the only one who's been rather exhausted. I think that's just the thing that's going on at Rue right now. If anything, happens, could you let me know?
If something happens with him, I will take care of it myself. But if it is in regards to your group and I cannot handle it myself, I will be sure to inform you.
I guess if for whatever reason he has, passes out, weird nightmare or something, let me know.
He still has nightmares from the mole shit that Lulu took them into. So, I'm sorry if I'm not exactly happy with the situation, or that he is currently once again involved with something that I should have gone scorched earth on.
Honestly, I don't think I would have blamed you given what I know now.
Yeah, well, my other fucking fiancé would.
Thank you. I'm sorry for disturbing you.
It is quite alright. Calm thy anxiety. I can feel it from here.
Working on it.
Clearly.
Anyways, I'll leave you to it.
Good day.
Good day. I still can't get under the impression that something's up. Even if it's... Okay. We know for a fact that if it is this thing influencing them, it's on a completely different dimensional plane. So means reality isn't exactly proper. I mean, I couldn't tell if things were fucking up my mind. Unless, it made itself aware. But if it's more subtle now, and we know for a fact that it can actually do shit on the outside. You don't necessarily have to be in the shard for stuff to affect you. But what could it be doing? And why exhaustion? Why making them work more? Something's going on. And I'm worried if I don't find out what it is, something bad's gonna happen. Or I'm just being too paranoid. I don't know. I need to calm down. pick up a book and just start reading it.
Roll a dice.
Oh no. $13.
1 second. There we go. Fix my shit. Could you turn up chromatic aberration in post-processing for me really quickly?
Oh no, I turned off the UI. I think I might need to reload real quick. 1 sec.
I don't have that issue that you guys do. If I press X, it's fine. It's still here.
Weird. Give me 1 sec. Oh god. I'm afraid. Okay, post-processing... Chromatic aberration? Okay, post-processing... How much chromatic aberration?
All the way up, please.
Oh. Oh, what the fuck?
Go sit in the chair.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, as you sit there and open the book, you feel something stir in your mana pool.
What?
And it slowly begins to churn. And then starting to spread out at a very slow pace from the mana pool into your mana circuits.
Why are you doing this now? Fucking stop. He's gonna try and use his own mana to try and condense it back into the center.
When you push your mana at it, it seems to slip in between it like there's cracks and then spread through it. And then continue on unabated as your vision begins to go askew. And things slightly, to your perception, warp a tiny bit. Almost like everything is slightly tilted like 5 degrees to the left. Like askew. As it spreads.
This didn't happen out here before. It just only happened inside the fucking dream. Why now?
It spreads through your arms and legs, and then you feel as your mana is churned and then it's being pulled on and beginning to gather once again in your left hand as you lean over and place it on the ground.
What? Stop.
Mana gathers more and more.
No.
In your hand. And then you release a pulse into the ground. But this doesn't look like a regular pulse of mana. This looks to be some kind of spell, but you don't know what the fuck it is.
I'm gonna try and cast a counter spell against it.
To counterspell, you have to know what it is. That's how counterspell works.
You're right. Can I try and close off my mana pool in this arm?
How will you do so?
Like...
It can slip between the cracks of your mana. If you try to close it that way.
Can I stop circulating my mana?
It's not... You're not circulating, it's pulling it out.
I see.
It's moving the mana, not you.
Gotcha.
You might just have to take the L here, buddy.
Yeah. That's fine. Anyways.
Okay. And so the spell releases into the floor and seemingly dissipates. And quickly, the thing proceeds from your limbs back into the mana pool and stills once more. As the world rights itself, you may turn off chromatic aberration.
Yeah. Anyways, let me just, once I'm done with that. What the fuck? What the fuck? What fucking spell was that? This is not good, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. In this just general area, I'm going to cast some just general defense wards.
Okay.
I don't know what it's going to do, but at the very least, he's also going to put a sensor ward. If something happens, I'll know. Oh, wrong thing. I need to go talk to the others at some point, but he's gonna leave.
And that's scene. I love randomly triggering your shit.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh no. This shit's beginning to freak him out.
He's fucking tired.
There's something going on. There's something going on.
Sleepy beepo beepy. Ah. Please let me rest. Please.
I have a couple theories. A few. I have some sort of perception I fear is being changed for them.
Thanks for trauma dumping on me. I appreciated it.
He asked if you were sure.
Yeah, of course she's gonna say yes. You're close to her.
Mm-hmm.
She's there. I love the most I could do is support you and be here. Get the phone call. Well, audio.
Yeah, no, that was like the fact, and also the fact of the matter that you seemed very insistent not to have him at least help clear out the fog in your head. That also was like, that's weird. Because
we literally had the conversation of let me fight my own battles.
Yeah, but even still, like,
release me.
He's really suspicious. There's something going on.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
And this didn't fucking help.
Bro, that's just you rolling poorly.
Oh. What was the DC for that?
Don't worry about that. That's none of your concern, because I will always roll for you. It would suck if that shit went off in Ruan.
Oh. Oh no.
So don't roll
Man.
poorly.
Say that again?
I said so don't roll poorly.
Oh my god. Wow, this Saturday is gonna be fucking awesome.
Man, I'm gonna have so much fun. Let me rejoin the world to see if I can get into that fucking room yet.
Yeah. His character's so stressed.
For real.
And then you're not gonna help. You're not
Hey,
helping.
bud, we should talk. We should talk.
Yeah, not yet. I'll give it a day.
Yeah. Fuck.
Ow.
I'm gonna lose my shit at somebody. It's going to be either someone from Kaleidoscope or it's gonna be someone from the fucking mall
It's probably
mission.
me.
God, I hope it's Lulu.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, if you recall, after, shit went down the first
Yeah.
time I snapped at her.
Konami still blames Lulu.
Yeah, I could tell.
Amelia also kinda does, but also, it's at the point where she does hold Lulu accountable in some way, but at the same time, she's a bit more empathetic than Konami is.
Yeah.
Konami still wants to go scorched earth on this entire fucking situation.
Mm-hmm.
Let me nuke it, please. I'll get rid of all our problems in one fucking go.
Technically that's not a bad idea, in hindsight.
That's what I'm saying.
That's technically really not a bad idea.
Well, let me nuke. Yeah, the only problem is, if I do that, Corpus are gonna find out about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I
problem.
feel like that's really the only thing that's keeping you from,
Well, Aiden is.
Yeah, and then there's Aiden as well. Your voice of reason, because sure as hell ain't Kane.
Kane's my voice of fun.
Yeah. Hayden has the sense and self-preservation, you two don't.
Scary fucking thing, isn't it? Aiden, the one having that. Thinks back to Danganronpa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reason my ass. She's so eepy looking.
I know. End stream. Bye stream.
Adios.